This is the trading review for Friday, the 16th of February 2024. And today I had to switch to my SIM account due to this week's losses. And of course, I end up having a pretty amazing day. Uh, so, would I have done the same? Would I have done as well if I was on my real account? Maybe, maybe not. But the point of this is to recover my confidence, a lot of practice over the weekend to be ready to trade again next week live, hopefully, if everything goes well, if I'll feel confident. So on Nvidia today, move nicer. Uh, we were very bearish yesterday. It was a solid red candle, and today we still had kind of wide pivots. So I was expecting a bit of an inside day again, but I was honestly expecting to break out of yesterday's top range. I knew that if we had failed, we would trade inside the range. So I had two options, and the day ended up being a neutral day. So in pre-market, we rejected R2 and attempted to break out of the range, and we failed. So that was a very weak signal. But the stock traded very fast. We failed to break past the pre-market high and a previous day's range, and we form a. We dropped very fast. So usually for a drop, I want to see a test to the top side, which came much later after my entry. But on this trade, we had a fast drop, and we stall setting BPOC here, just above the gray area. So it looked very prime for a reversal. I knew that we were gonna at least test the pre-market high again. We had a bullish, and well, we didn't have bullish. We had stacks up at the ask as well as on the bid, but the ask looked more populated. So I decided to make an entry, and this reaction to the top and the bottom indicate a neutral day or an open action day. This type of open is open action or open reject reverse, which indicates a very indecisive day. And the white initial balance was wide, and but it got tested past its boundaries to the top and to the downside. So that makes this a neutral day. And once we stalled, I made my entry, but it tested down a little bit more, and it stopped me out. But luckily, I was able to see that the 735 was holding pretty well. So I decided to make my entry, and I actually got a much better fill. Uh, and that's why it is important to trade fearless, because otherwise you're never gonna catch these moves. Uh, so I made my entry, and we had a really nice move, and I partial at really good price levels, and ended up recovering the first loss, which was a bit spready. I think minus 1.2, something like that, and we ended up making 5.2 on the second trade. It's a pretty good day, and unfortunately, I wasn't able. Well, I stopped my day here, pretty much. I don't need to make more. Well, I need to make more money than that, but especially on a simulation day, I think that's good enough of a trade. I could have made this entry. It was a bit more difficult because I had to take it based on the pre-market level. If I make an entry, I will have to make it 742 with a stop loss above right here. Maybe it's gonna be helpful to make an entry here. Based on the wick, I might have to use hotkeys to change my sizing to place my stop loss at a reasonable level and trade better. But anyways, this was a much better opportunity, much better move, and well, I will run out of shares anyways, and price traded back and forth. This was a nice rejection, so maybe Nvidia trade much better today, or I'm just more capable of seeing the trades happening. But anyways, those are the only two trades I took. They were good quality. Um, it was unlucky that I got stopped out the first time, but we made up more than enough for the second one. And so Friday was a good day. Yes. And I'm very happy that I managed to trade pretty good despite the losses. And XMP market prep executed Leslie recover from my first loss after taking losing trades all week. To recover from my first trade is impressive for me. Hardly happens. So yeah, all of this is very good. Again, kind of it's unfortunate that I took it in my simulation account, but I had to do that. If today ended up in another loss, it will just make the situation worse for me. Nonetheless, this was rejection of the gray area. This is an Excel trade. Excel. We execute it. Yes, yes. Resulted in a loss, resulted in a win. Minus 1.2 and 5.1. So total is 6.1. Wow, that's impressive. Okay, that makes sense now. So the second trade was 6.1, which is crazy. But we had a really nice move. So I'm gonna do the stats as well. It's a simulation trade. Still was an Excel trade. Yes. Win. Loss. Excel. Yes. Win. Minus 1.2. 6.1. And that gives us 4.9. Okay. That's it for my trading review. Nvidia looks like it's struggling. We might sell off on Thursday back to the $704 level, or if we really open with a gap, that means that buyers are really trying to push the price higher. We might have a very bullish day. I hope the price comes down. Makes it easier for me to trade on a small account. SPY, yeah, SPY might be doing the same, but doesn't matter when I'm trading Nvidia. That's it for my trading review today. A fairly simple day today, and the most important thing is that I was able to regain some of my confidence. So that's it for me today.